Many of you know I've been involved in the network marketing industry for over 20 years. I've done billions of dollars, but I really made a major splash in the healthier coffee industry starting in January of 2005. Since then, I've been able to do records in the industry. I've created some of the top active money earners in the entire industry. And now, as many of you might know, I'm with Rain International, co-owner of Rain, partner with Rain, the CSO of Rain, and we are the world's leader in seed nutrition. And we just come out with a brand new product that's the #1 selling seed on planet Earth, the coffee bean. Yes, we have a patented process with coffee that's going to shock the industry. So I want to send a special message out there because a lot of you might know me from the coffee industry, and I want you to understand that we've already done over $100 million with just one of our products. Now we've been able to add more product lines, and now with the coffee hitting, it's going to be lights out. So if I were you, I would be finding a Rain distributor right now because we have a very special blend that is patented with an infused process. Now check this out. We're the world's only company that infuses the coffee bean. Nobody else has this technology. So we've got seed oils in the coffee bean. This will be an absolute blockbuster, and it's going to spread quickly, so you don't want to miss this. So I wanted to send a special message because I'm sending out the waves into the universe to let you know that Rain's about to do billions of dollars. And we're about to tear up the entire coffee industry. On your mark, get set. If I were you...
Well, good evening, Rain Nation. This is Byron Belka, the president and CEO of Rain International. And tonight I have with me the CSO, our Chief Sales Officer, Jay Noland. And as we're excited to share some of our new products, really what that can mean for you as we continue to expand our mission of seed-based nutrition, as we continue to focus, and as we talked about, not only with owning products, but owning the category and what that can really mean. We have fantastic, fabulous products now that are changing people's lives, but we continue and will continue to come out with powerful things that can do just that, focus on other aspects of life, other aspects of really what affects people and what really can affect your opportunity here in Rain as we continue to expand. So we're seeing a lot of excitement, a lot of growth, and I know that this next product and this next category within a category, Jay Noland has been really, really excited about because, as we teamed up months ago, with his past experience, not only in this industry, but with this specific product line and category, he's been able to do literally hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars in sales all over the world. So this is something that he has been passionate about, and if you've got something and you've got a person that has seen how something has worked and how we can do it, that is a huge asset to the company. And so we're excited to have Jay. We're excited to announce this, which is going to be one of many products in this demographic. But once again, we've made it Rain. We've been able to do things here with this product and with this category within the category that has just never been done in the industry. And, I always ask people, if you're going to go out there and do something, if you're going to put, bread on the table and you're going to put time and energy and focus, what if you could do something in a way that nobody else could do? I mean, is that an opportunity for you or not? Is that increase your odds of success or not? And we all know the answer is absolutely it does. And so I'm thrilled to be able to turn some time over to our CSO, Jay Noland, as he kind of breaks down what this product is and why it's different, and really the impact it can have in your business, and obviously in the opportunity for you and others as you share this with them. So Jay, I'm going to turn it over to you, man.
Yeah, thank you, Byron. I'm so glad to be here. And the most important thing that I really want to talk to everybody about tonight is what creates residual income. Think about it for a second. We had a phenomenal boot camp in New York. Byron, people were so excited, so passionate about getting better, getting stronger as a human being. But we started talking to folks about, why did you join network marketing? You know, for most people, they want to be able to provide a better financial situation for their families, and they want to be healthier. So that's why we talk about health and we talk about wealth in our industry. So what's so important about the wealth standpoint is we want each and every one of you to experience freedom. You know, for some folks, you know, just supplementing your income an extra $300 to $500 a month, that provides a level of freedom because it releases pressure. It pays a bill that was harder to pay before. And if there's other folks that can no longer have to work a job, you know, they can supplement their income and then begin to replace their income, that creates another level of freedom. And then there's some people that want to go for complete financial freedom. Now, financial freedom and even replacing your income freedom is going to really come down to, can you create residual income? So when I've been able to really get students over the years that I've been able to train to get them to grasp this, to say what creates it. And I was so proud of our boot camp attendees because they said, a bunch of them yelled out, they said reorders. And I said, you got it. So proud that people were answering it. I want you to write that down tonight. Reorders in network marketing are what creates residual income. Having a one-time sale or every now and then sale is going to be tough to create residual income. You want your efforts to be maximized. So if you recruit one person, you want that person to make sure that they order every single month, preferably for the rest of their lives. You want to be able to get that effort that you did that one time to pay you over and over again. So what we want to do with Rain is continue to bring you products like this powerhouse product that we're bringing you now, and our patent pending Fused branded black coffee product and our entire product line. We want to give you products that are going to help increase your opportunity to have reorders while at the same time having a healthier impact on the lives of literally billions of people around the world. So this product, I'm so proud of it because, you know, our CMO, Daniel Scarpino, he worked so hard with our research team and our incredible CEO and founder, Byron Belka, who has really, you know, caught that vision and paved that way for us to be able to understand that seed nutrition is a complete category creator, that we can bring out so many products and we can compete with anybody in the world because no matter what product they have, we can go get a better version of it, a more powerful, more potent version with seed nutrition. So we want to introduce you to our black coffee. Our coffee line is named Fused, and this is the power behind this line. We're introducing a brand new coffee experience. Now, make no mistake about it. This is absolutely brand new. You cannot, write that down in your notes. You cannot get this coffee from anywhere else in the world. It's impossible. Can't get it from anywhere else. Now, when we ask people, how do you take your coffee? You can now say, I take it with seed oils. What does that mean? It's infused with seed oils. Rain International, we're here to bring to the market for the first time ever coffee beans infused with the nature's finest seed oils. This process has never been done. So I want to reiterate that. This has never been done successfully before. And guess what? We got it right through the help of our team, our powerhouse experts, all this went into that. Now, each coffee bean, this is important to understand that each one of the coffee beans it takes a healthy bath. So imagine taking a bath. We take each and every coffee bean and infuse it with therapeutic doses of our proprietary seed blend. So we don't just sprinkle the coffee bean. We don't just sprinkle any of our products. We give therapeutic doses. This is done through a patented process, which requires some special equipment. We've had to spend a ton of money just to get the equipment to do this. As a matter of fact, our manufacturing plant, our experts there, they didn't even know if this could even be done. But that's what Rain does. We do. And we go to places that no human being has ever been before. The process has 9 steps. Each step eventually allows us to get our seed oil into the honeycomb inside of each coffee bean. Can everybody see how powerful this could be? I mean, this is extraordinary. Now, this is the healthiest coffee bean that anybody has ever seen. It's the healthiest that anybody's ever seen. The coffee itself isn't just your run-of-the-mill powder stuffed in a red plastic box. It is a gourmet. It's as gourmet as gourmet gets. Now, I have been an expert in this industry, as Byron mentioned, for years. My sales organizations have done now billions of dollars. Billions now in coffee sales. I know this industry inside and out. So when we talk about this is not just the run-of-the-mill powder, this is critical. And I'm going to speak to you about that in just a second. But check this out. When we take our gourmet seed oil blend of black cumin, that's the king of seeds, the black cumin seed, grapefruit seed, grape and pomegranate seed oils, and combine these with these healthier, great coffee beans, it's on another planet. It's almost like the most refined person you know. Combine bodies with the healthiest person you know. It's amazing. So now, this is important to understand what we're doing here. Very important to understand what we're doing. As I go back here, it's important to get this, that typically when you deal with an instant type coffee, instant coffees typically only deal with the broken bits and pieces of the coffee bean. When they go through a roasting process, the bean gets chipped sometimes. Now, when those beans get broken or chipped off, they take those beans and they brush them over, and that goes for instance. Then the nutrient value, as soon as it's chipped, immediately goes down. We use whole green coffee beans through an already proprietary roasting process that is second to none, that nobody else has. Now, on top of these seed oil blends, we take the miraculous king of herbs, reishi. The scientific name is Ganoderma. Now, think about the word Ganoderma. Gano stands for bright, shiny, derma, skin. So would you like to have more bright and shiny skin? Think about that for a second. We now combine the king of seeds with the king of oils. Nobody on earth has done that. And not only do we combine those two into a healthier cup of coffee, this is big to understand. Not only do we combine those two, we infuse the coffee beans with the seed oil. This is making this the healthiest cup of coffee you would ever taste or in your mouth. On top of it, you would think that health wouldn't taste so good, but it's delicious. We have done blind taste tests. We did studies, and then we've also did an incredible taste test with our leaders in New York. I'm telling you what, everybody freaked out. Now, not only do we have our black coffee, but in the very near future, we will have a gourmet latte and we will have a gourmet chai tea, and our chai tea is naturally decaffeinated. Now, the power, Byron, of our healthier coffee is what happens in the process when it's in the cup. You know, this was so awesome about it. Our goal is to help negate any negative effects of caffeine. You know, the caffeine in and of itself, it's not bad in and of itself. It's what the caffeine turns into. And I'm talking to you from an expert standpoint because caffeine typically turns into acid. But when you put in highly oxygenating seed oils along with the highly oxygenating herb of reishi, then you get an awesome environment, giving ourselves an opportunity to help negate some of those negative effects. And so what we're doing here, Byron, and the rest of the team, think about this for a second. 8 out of 10 people that you and I see globally, 8 out of 10 people drink coffee and or tea every day. 8 out of 10. Now you got 7 billion people in the world. That's over 5 billion potential customers for us to look at. If we only get 1% of the market, and our goal is to reach 1% of the market in the next 5 to 7 years. And our CMO, Daniel Scarpino, he laughs at me when I say just 1%. He says, we're going to get more than that. But I'm just saying, even if we got 1%, that would give us over 50 million customers there in and of itself, just 50 million. And if the average customer globally spends around $93 a month on coffee, if we can just get them to spend, say, $50 to $60 a month, take $50. Take 50 million times $50. That's $2.5 billion a month, 30 billion a year, of which we share up to 50% of all those dollars coming into the company. So that's a potential $15 billion payout. Now ask yourself, how many millionaires can we create with this? But this is the most important thing to ask yourself. How many people can we help get out of their jobs with that type of payout? How many people can we actually help them pay their bills on time? That right there is the most important factor. That's the grassroots, what changes things. And how many people can we help them experience the trueness of residual income? So this is just one of our product lines, folks. This is just one. We've already done $100 million, $100 million with just one product, our incredible soul. And what I love most about this particular product of coffee coming out, it's going to give us an opportunity to get soul and core and our incredible blend of form into more people's hands and our other product lines that are coming out. Because so many people drink coffee, we're going to be able to reach and talk to so many other people, which is going to increase our base. Right now, we're looking to see an exponential amount of growth because just the release of this one product. Now, people are asking, how do I get my hands on it? And I'm going to turn this over to our CEO to explain our next product. How do you get your hands on it? Well, for right now, we're having executive meetings in the next couple of days and we'll decide the next level. But for right now, only founders in the USA or people that were at the New York boot camp can order this product. And you order it now. We're only going to release it, the initial pre-orders by the case. The typical case costs wholesale $660. That's $22 a box. So you're talking only around 70 cents per cup. Most people are spending $2 or more on average for a cup of coffee. We're lower than what everybody else is charging. Ours tastes better. We will win 9 out of 10 taste tests. Then we put a health component in it, and we'll pay you to drink it and refer it to others. So we know we can capture the market. So $660 a typical price. Now, here's what you're able to do. This is very, 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 very important. For our founders or those at the boot camp, we have a very special price for a limited time, which we're close to being sold out of the first round of the coffee that's hitting our warehouse right towards within the next couple of weeks, well, right towards the end of the month, the next 2 weeks or so, 2.5 weeks, where you look at our first batches hitting the warehouse. So if you are a founder or you are at the New York boot camp, you can call the customer service line here in the USA. The customer service line, and our CEO will give you that number when he talks about our next product. So you call the customer service line. You let them know that you're a founder. They're going to verify that you're a founder, or they're going to verify that you were at the boot camp. You can order it. Now, we were getting tons of people calling that are not founders and people that were at the boot camp saying, how do I get it? When can I get it? That's yet to be determined, because we've got to, make some executive decisions on how we're going to release it to the rest. We wanted to provide some special privileges to those that were our founders or at the boot camp. And that's typically, just so you understand, when we do new product releases, we're going to be working those through the folks that are our founders or our higher levels, diamonds, whatnot. And then we got questions that are coming.
You're touching on it with what we have here at Rain and the opportunities and how we're just moving forward. And you talked about how that new Rain Infused black coffee, the coffee line that's going to be shipping out. And for those that had access to it early, they're going to be getting that stuff, sent out to them very soon. So what I wanted to talk about, because I have a huge background in coffee, is for those of you that aren't familiar with coffee, how you can incorporate that into your business, and what this is going to be for Rain and for each of us as Rain partners, the opportunity that we have with this new amazing line of infused coffee that we've added to our arsenal. So again, whether you drink coffee or not, I'm going to explain to you on this call why this can be a complete game changer, not only for your business, but for the entire industry. We're going to set records based on what we have. The power of coffee is truly amazing. So just a quick story about myself. When I came into this industry, I had virtually no experience whatsoever. When I was just a teenager, I had dabbled in multi-level marketing, but I was too young. I was going to college, and I was doing a million different things, and I just wasn't focused enough to understand the tool that we had. And so years and years and years later, I was constantly getting hit up by people. Man, you have a huge network of people. You gotta do this company, do that company. And it wasn't until I had a gentleman hitting me up to have a cup of coffee repeatedly over and over again, and I kept blowing him off. Man, I don't have time. Finally, I remember I looked at Andrew and said, hey, I got to get this guy off my back. I'm just going to go have a quick cup of coffee. I'll be home in 15 minutes. And I was introduced to a healthy cup of coffee, a concept that I had never thought of before in my life. And little did I know that one cup of coffee was going to completely change not only my life and my family's life, but the masses, all the people that I came in contact with that was able to share this amazing cup of coffee with. And this is what we have here with our new Rain infused coffee. So, once I saw it, my eyes, it felt like the blinds were pulled off my eyes, and I was opening up this whole new world. And I immediately saw the vision, jumped right in, and in my first full month of working with that coffee, I was able to do over $30,000 in volume with no experience, basically, in network marketing. I'm going to say that again. In my first month of working with a healthy coffee, I was able to do $30,000, over $30,000 in volume. Just think about that. Each and every one of you has that same potential to do that with what we have, whether you drink coffee or not. I'm going to explain why. So, just a little bit about coffee and why coffee is the right industry. There's some facts about coffee. Coffee is a $100+ billion a year industry. It's the number one consumed product on the planet next to water. It's the number one trade commodity next to oil. Billions of cups of coffee are served every single day. In fact, every time I snap my fingers, over 40,000 cups of coffee are being served in the United States alone. How would you like to have a percentage of that business in your business? Think about it. Just think about the people that, most people cannot start their day off without a cup of coffee. I know that's how it is in our household. The first day in the morning, Henry gets up, starts making the coffee, and he starts getting the kids ready for school. Coffee is like the number one thing. People joke about it all the time, that, until they've had several cups of coffee, they can't even start their day. So coffee has become a way of life. We talk about here at Rain of becoming more, for most people, coffee is integrated in their life. But some of the facts about traditional coffee, what you might know or might not know, coffee is high in acid. It constricts the blood vessels. It increases the risk of arthritis, obesity, diabetes, depression. It dehydrates the body. Most people, if you have a cup of coffee, you have an 8-ounce cup of coffee, halfway through that cup of coffee, you start feeling dehydrated. That's because coffee dehydrates you, and you're reaching for a glass of water. Now, most people don't know that in an 8-ounce cup of coffee, it takes 16 to 18 glasses of water to flush the acid out of your system from that one cup of traditional coffee. again, 16 to 18 cups, and that's an 8-ounce cup. Most people that are going to Starbucks or Coffee Bean or Dunkin' Donuts, they're drinking 16-ounce cups, which is basically 2 cups of coffee, and most of them drink a couple of those in the morning, so that's 4 cups of coffee. Well, so when you're talking to somebody, you ask them, how many cups of coffee you drink? Two 60-ounce, so that's like 80 glasses of water you need to drink to flush all the acid out of your system. And when you have all the acid in your system, it lowers your pH and it opens you up to sickness and disease. Now here we have an infused coffee. I don't know how much you guys have looked into it, but this micronized coffee, with the ingredients, you have a Brazilian coffee bean that's infused with Indian coffee powder, grape seed extract, grapefruit seed extract, Ganoderma extract, pomegranate seed extract, and the black cumin seed oil. All those things make a powerhouse cup of coffee that actually gives people that health component that they can have. It doesn't have to be a guilty pleasure. It's something they can drink and actually will do good for them. I mean, just look at the Ganoderma extract. Ganoderma itself, if you're doing your research on it, has over 150 antioxidants and 200 phytonutrients. It boosts the immune system. When I was first introduced to this coffee, my dad had got diagnosed with prostate cancer, and his PSA levels were up over 10. And for his age, his PSA levels should have been in the 4s. Now, going to the regular doctor, they wanted him to do chemotherapy and radiation and surgery. And I asked him, I said, Dad, stop drinking your Don Jose's coffee from Costco and just try this coffee. Try some healthy coffee for a month and just see what happens. If nothing happens, do what the doctors tell you. So he religiously drank the coffee for a month and then went and got his PSA levels retested. And after a month, his PSA levels had dropped to the low 5s. And in that time, he has never had to have surgery, chemotherapy, radiation, nothing. So the power that we have with this product line that's going to be coming out very soon is truly amazing. So, just think about it. What would be the plan? The plan with the rain infused coffee. Just go through the numbers. Jay always talks about numbers tell the whole story. Math does not lie. There's 7 billion people in the world, and approximately 80% of them drink coffee or tea every single day. So if you do the math on that, that's 5 billion coffee or, when our line expands out, tea drinkers in the world. So on average, they spend about $50 a month. Most people, if you go to Starbucks, you're probably spending more like $300 a month. I remember that one time I was talking to a potential customer, and she said that between her and her husband, their coffee habit was $500 a month. But think about that, $500 a month. That's like a Mercedes payment. That's what they spend every month on coffee. Most people drink coffee to the point of addiction every single day. So, what we're looking to do, really a goal that you can set for yourself, and I'm sure that Rain has done this, we don't want to take over the entire market. We just want to capture 1% of that market. Let's just take it simple, 1% of the coffee and tea market. So if you have 1% of the 5 billion is 50 million people. If they spend an average $50 a month on our Rain infused coffee, that equates to over $30 billion in annual sales. I'm going to say that again. If we just captured 1% of the coffee market, that would be $30 billion in annual sales. And because of our generous compensation plan, a good portion that will get paid out to us as Rain partners. So think about it. And that's just on one product, one coffee product, in and amongst all the other amazing things we have with the core and the soul and the form. So you ask yourself, how do you capture, that 1%? Just 4 key points. Taste. I guarantee you when you try our new coffee, that's going to taste as good or better than any other coffee that's out there on the market. Secondly, price. We have a price. We're price competitive. Most cups of coffee, you walk into a Starbucks and you have to pay on average $3 to $5 for your coffee. Well, I know that the price point on our coffee is going to be approximately $22 a box. And with 30 sachets in there, if you do the math, it adds up to about 73, 75 cents a cup of coffee. You can't even get coffee from a Denny's or a diner for less than $1.50, $2. And here we have something that the third point has a health component in it. I just went through the list of what's in our coffee. We have a health component. If you ask people on a scale of 1 to 10, what would they rate their health? Almost everybody's going to say a 10. And what would they pay to have that optimal health? Most people would pay anything. Go talk to speaking of cancer patients, go talk to a cancer patient, ask them what price would you put if you could be healthy, what would you pay? They would give anything. And here we are, we're talking about a product that we have that is less than $1 a cup, but it has a health component in it that we can go out and change people's lives in not only ourselves and our families, but in every single person that we give this to. And the beautiful thing about it is it's micronized. So I don't know if you guys understand what micronized coffee is, but it's not an instant coffee. It's not like back in the day when you had those freeze-dried crystals. This is something where we take the coffee and it's ground down to the powder form so that it can be infused with all those health components. And then it's put into individual sachets. So as you walk around, you have an instant cup of fresh coffee in your pocket at all times. Think about the power of that. No matter where you go, it could be anywhere around the world. All you have to have access to is hot water, which is abundant everywhere, which basically means that every single person you come in contact to, since 80% of the population drinks coffee or tea every single day to the point of addiction, is a potential customer for you. Some of the other things to think about, every single city and town, think about the cafes and the restaurants. When you're driving by, that's all you see all the time. Those are all potential customers for you. I know a lot of people that are in the restaurant industry, and they waste thousands and thousands of dollars on coffee. When you go into a coffee shop next time or a restaurant, just look at the back station where your server is usually getting the drinks from, and they have a coffee pot. Well, that coffee just sits there, and they have to keep it fresh, otherwise people are going to complain. So constantly throughout the day, if they're not going through the volume fast enough, they're having to dump out that coffee. Well, every time they dump out that coffee, that's money just being dumped down the drain. I think about the potential of being able to go into some of these businesses and show them that you can give them a product that they can have on demand with no waste. Every time a customer asks for a cup of coffee, all they need to have access to is hot water, and they can have an instant fresh cup of coffee, and there's going to be zero waste. In addition, their price point is going to be less than $1 a cup, and they're getting a health component. Think about the marketing that people can do on having a healthy coffee. I just did a job fair last week when I had access to the University of Phoenix, and I was talking to people about our Rain products and showing them and then letting them know that we have this line of healthy coffee. Every time I said that, people stopped and started laughing. Like, healthy coffee, that's a joke, right? Healthy coffee? I'm like, no, it's actually really serious. Healthy coffee. But people are blown away by that concept because they never thought that it would be possible to have something that they are already doing and get a health component out of it. Now, going back to that 1%, the fourth point, the greatest part about it, you got taste, price, the health component. And the best thing about it is Rain is going to pay you for drinking and referring coffee. How great is that? Ask somebody. When you're talking to a prospect and you ask them, there's real simple ways to talk to people. It's four basic questions. You can do this to anybody. Every single person on this line can do this. It's so simple. In the course of a conversation, you strike up with somebody, you ask them, "Do you drink coffee or tea occasionally?" Almost everybody is going to say yes. And then you ask them, what brand do you drink? Folgers, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, Coffee Bean, what is it? And then you ask them how they take their coffee. As our coffee line expands, we'll have more flavors besides black. I'm sure that there'll be a black, a latte, a chai tea. So by asking them, how they take their coffee, you'll know eventually what sample you to be pulling for them. And then finally, you ask them, you ever got paid for drinking your coffee? And every time you say that, somebody's going to laugh because it seems so absurd to them. And then you say, look, you're telling me, for example, a Starbucks drinker, last time you went to Starbucks, as you were walking out the door, they didn't give you a dollar as you're walking out the door, thanking you for drinking their coffee and being a loyal customer and walking around with a Starbucks cup in your hand all day long, giving them free advertising. They don't. It's a joke because they've never heard of something like that. But here we're going to have the opportunity with this new product line to be able to get paid for doing something that everybody already does. It's the greatest thing about it is, and we talk about it a lot, Russ has talked about this, it takes 21 days to form a habit. Well, here's a habit that most people already have. It's something that would be a flawless transition in their lives because they already do it every single day. You're just taking product X and replace it with our healthy infused black coffee. So, with that's mainly what I wanted to talk about today. Russ, if you have any questions, I'd love to answer some questions. But the place that we're going with Rain, you cannot be in a better place at a better time with this company and where we're going forward. We talk about with Rain being a company that's a category creator and tapping into those mega trends. And, we have it here with our leadership. It starts all the way at the top with Byron and Jay. And, we have an amazing staff and we have just amazing things happening. So I encourage each and every one of you to do your research and go out there and run